Since this is an English position, I would like to share with you for this section what I aspire to as an English teacher. I would like to begin with a piece of background information. My family immigrated to Canada when I was in grade 7. From then up to the first year of General Studies University, English was always my weakest subject in every single grade. Going into the second year of university, I made the decision to specialize in English and graduated from the University of Toronto with a CGPA of 3.80. I made that decision to specialize in English because, more than all other courses, English and its exploration of the human condition took me on a journey to who I am and my stance and choices in life. As a teacher, it is my goal, it is my aim to take students on such a quest of what it means to be a human being through a personally meaningful and emotionally powerful engagement with literature that students may understand other people's stories and students may be able to share their own. And I truly believe that it is in this exploration of stories that students can then choose for themselves who they strive to be as a human being and how they will interact with the world. And I know you may be thinking, now that's very idealistic, that's very fluffy, and that's great. But what about all the course expectations listed for each of the 4 strands in the ministry documents? And I will say to you that those skills, such as the ability to read for meaning, such as literary devices and figurative devices, and the ability to write for different meanings and for different purposes, such as persuasive writing to creative writing, the ability to communicate orally and to be able to listen, and media studies and everything, those are the skills necessary to achieve that end, which is an illumination and exploration of the human experience. Let me give you a quick example. Imagery for a lot of students is quite arbitrary. They get it, yes, it's an image in the mind, so what? Yes, there's a lot of them in Macbeth, so what? For me, let me give you 2 quick examples. The first one is I smiled versus I smiled from ear to ear. The second example, it's cold, and today it's quite cold, or I'm chilled to the bone. And in those 2 examples, you can see that through the tool of imagery, the full intensity of that smile, of that coldness is conveyed. So students, by understanding imagery, they are able to understand other people's stories better, and they are able to compose and write their own stories better as well. I can tell you that I'm so ready to do this. I'm so ready to step into an LTO position and take over where the teacher leaves off. Even as I have been teaching at a language school for the past 1.5 years, I've spent my free time reading over and compiling short stories, novels, drama pieces, Shakespearean plays into different themes and different topics, such as identity, such as sympathy development. I've spent my free time organizing, creating lesson plans for different short stories, for different novels, and thought about how I would teach it from the beginning to the middle and to the end. I've spent my free time organizing different assessment and evaluation tools, from diagnostic to formative to summative, organizing them into different strands and thinking about how I would evaluate the students for each of those strands. I'm so ready to step into this position and then to really teach the students the tools, the ability to read for meaning, to convey meaning in their writing, and to use those tools as a way, as the means to explore the human condition.